boys and girls. Today we are going to talk about a different strategy for subtraction. Now, before we talk about this strategy, you need to make sure on page 35 that you understand the minuend, the subtrahend, and the difference. So you need to make sure you understand the three parts of a subtraction number sentence. That we have the minuend first, the subtrahend, and the difference. Because if you don't know those, then you'll be very confused today. So take a second and make sure you know those. And then you're going to flip in your journal to page 38. Okay? We're working on page 38 today. And this is our third strategy. Actually, I'm going to put it above. This is our third strategy that we're talking about with subtraction. And it is adding to find differences. Now, this strategy is only going to work well for you if the minuend and the subtrahend in your subtraction problem are close to each other. Okay, so they are maybe have a difference of 10 or 11, maybe a little bit farther than that, but they're not going to work if the strategy is not going to work for you if the minuend and the subtrahend are numbers that are far apart from each other on the number line. Okay, so let's write that down. This, I skipped a line. This strategy works well if the minuend and the subtrahend are close to each other, period. You can add on the number line if you want to. So this strategy works well if the minuend and the subtrahend are close to each other. I'm just going to give underline lightly. I'm going to underline minuend in a little green. And I'm just going to underline subtrahend in a little yellow. And I'm going to give you an example. So if we look at, let's say, 47 subtract 35. All right. So here's the minuend, and here's the subtrahend, equals box. And what do you think? Do you think that this would work for using the adding to find differences strategy?
No.
Are they pretty close to each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, these numbers are. So this will work. Okay, this will work. These are not too far from each other. All right? Yes. Okay, so write yes. This will work. Now let's look at another one. What if I write 47 subtract 18 equals box? Are those close to each other?
No.
Okay. No. These numbers are not close to each other. So if we had 47 subtract 18, that is one we'd want to use the break apart strategy for that we talked about, not adding to find differences.
When we go to use subtraction, because it
All right. So first off, for this strategy to work well, we've got to have our minuend and subtrahend pretty close to each other on the number line. So I'm just going to underline my minuend in green, my subtrahend in yellow. Okay. Are we okay so far? I'm going to give you just a second to finish that up. All right. Now, we're going to write down how to do it. So, how to do this, or how to, let's put how to use this strategy. How to use this strategy. Number one, what are we going to start with? We starting with the minuend or the subtrahend, everybody? Very good. One, start with the subtrahend on a number line. Okay, now subtrahend is my yellow number, that second number. I start with the subtrahend on a number line. my second step is, what am I going to do? Do you remember? Very nice. Yep, I'm going to count up or hop up. Hop or count is fine. Hop up to the minuend. That's our green number. Then number 3, the number of hops is the difference. And our difference, I'm gonna underline that in blue. Okay, so here's our blue. So now we can just hop up using counting ourselves. We can start at 35. And we're going to hit on 35. Okay, we're going to start at 35 and we're going to count up to 47. So 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. How many was that?
12.
That was 12 hops. Good. The very last thing you're going to do, which the kids at home are going to have to wait a second for, but you're going to get out 360 and you're going to trim up this model and draw. This talks about exactly what we just did. Okay, so trim up the model and draw. And I want you to color or underline the parts. So here is minuend, subtrahend, and our difference is blue. And we're out of time on this, so please look for part 2 and I'll walk through with you what we're going to do with this page. So look for part 2.